Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. I am, of course, Rita Lazo. I hope you all have had a very wonderful day. Today is the 17th of May, as according to the old calendar. We have 3 saints in the book, which also have entries in the group chat, and then we have one saint that doesn't have an entry. Well, yeah, we have one saint who doesn't have an entry in the book, and let's get right into it. The saint who's not mentioned in the book is Saint Maw, Saint M-A-W. And Saint Maw was born in Ireland and immigrated to Cornwall, England, where he lived as a hermit by the sea near Falmouth. He is credited with spreading Christianity in the region and building a reputation for piety that attracted future students. The area where he lived and a holy well are named after him at Saint Maw's. Also, do forgive me, I don't know why I was speaking quieter. Anyway, when I start off this vid. Anyway, our first saint that's mentioned in the group chat is Saint Madern, also known as Saint Madern and Madron. His date is uncertain. I will read his entry in the book first. St. Madern was a hermit in Cornwall who spent a period of time in Brittany, where there are several churches dedicated to him. St. Madden's well in Cornwall marks the reputed site of his hermitage and is still a place of pilgrimage. In the group chat we have St. Madron of Cornwall, hermit, also called Madden or Madern, died near Land's End, Cornwall, around 545. St. Madron, a hermit of Brittany of Cornish descent, is the patron saint of many churches, including the site of his hermitage at St. Madden's Well in Cornwall, and 2 parishes in St. Malo. Many miracles are ascribed to St. Madron, but little is known about the saint except for the dedications in Cornwall and Brittany. In the group chat, he actually has a Troparion, so I will read that out to you. Troparion of St Madern, Tone 2. Out of pagan darkness in the land of Cornwall, thou didst shine as a witness to Christ. Holy hermit Madern, entreat him that the light thou didst kindle may ever shine in our hearts. The next entry the next entry in the group chat, which I'll read next from the book, is Saint Meldulf, and he is from the 7th century. The entry in the book goes as follows. Saint Meldulf, a native of Ireland, travelled to England and founded the great Malmesbury Abbey in Wiltshire. Malmesbury was one of a few monastic houses in England able to maintain a continuous presence from its founding until the dissolution of the monasteries, and it is where Saint Aldhelm, who is commemorated on the 25th of May, was trained. Saint Meldulf reposed in AD 673. His entry in the group chat says, died at Malmesbury Abbey, England, in 673. The Irish monk St. Meldulf left his homeland to spread the gospel in England. He settled in the lonely forest country that in those days lay in the northeast of Wiltshire. After living for a time as a hermit, he gathered the children of the neighbourhood for instruction. In the course of time, his hermitage became a school, where he had St. Aldhelm, who is commemorated on the May 25th again, is commemorated on May 25th, among his disciples. The school became foundation flourished even after his death, acquiring fame as a community of scholars known as Malmesbury. And the first saint in the book, but the final saint that was put in the group chat, is Saint Cathan, also known as Saint Chatan or Cadan, and he is from the 6th century. Saint Cathan, an uncle of Saint Blaine, who we will commemorate on the 10th of August, was an Irish missionary who appears to have been a bishop on the Isle of Bute in the 6th or possibly 7th century. Colgan tells of the discovery of St. Cathan's tomb at Tamlacht near Londonderry Island, although the Aberdeen Breviary claims his relics are on the Isle of Bute, which is sometimes known as Kilcathan in his honour. And his entry in the group chat is as follows. Saint Cathan, also known as Catan or Catan but with a second T in the middle there, was a 6th century Irish monk, revered as a saint in parts of the Irish Hebrides. He is associated with several place names in Antrim and the west of Scotland, including Kilchatton Bay on Bute, which is where he is thought to have lived and founded a monastery that was later developed by his nephew St. Blaine. St. Cathan is also linked to the establishment of churches and chapels across Scotland's Western Islands, such as St. Cathan's Chapel and Well on Gigha Kilchatton Church on Lewing, and a chapel at Lower Kilchatton on Colonsay. According to the Aberdeen Breviary, St. Cathan was of a noble Irish descent and a bishop known as Praesel. He is mentioned in the Scotichronicon and the Acta Sanctorum. His life is not well documented, but he is often mentioned in connection with his more famous nephew, St. Blaine, who was born on Bute and later proselytized among the Picts. May those saints intercede for us before the righteous judge. I hope you all had a very wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you all, and Amen.